And everybody, my main question is how long it's been aged, how long it's been sitting in the barrel. I like the packaging, and that's it. And I'll come back and report. I enjoy Douce. It's it's cognac, but
yeah. But let's get into some of my topics, Don, real quick. All right, where do I want to go? All right, I'm going here. Mike Rubin goes on the Breakfast Club and discusses black issues, black on black hate. Here you go. First of all, let me talk here first. Charlamagne lined him up. You want to know the moment I realized it? When he said, "Elaborate on that." He knew, folks.
We got the clip. We got the bite. And he probably was over there writing down the timestamp.
Yep, he was like, "Man, look." He said, "What you mean? Elaborate on that."
Okay, so
after you somebody trying to line you up in an interview with somebody, go, elaborate on that. That's either they really are like engaged in you, and that's fine, or they trying to line you up for a clip.
Here's the thing.
You said what?
No, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
He didn't lie. He didn't lie. There were no lies.
He didn't lie.
And just for an update for everybody, one of his friends, he didn't name drop, called him and said that he was, like the wrong messenger for that. So, he like apologized because but I genuinely feel like he was not trying to offend anybody. He told no lies. We do have that mentality where it's crabs in a barrel, but you have to think about it's hundreds and hundreds of years of brainwashing and conditioning that has happened here that we, when I say we, us too, and like the people that care about us being progressive and moving forward are trying to dismantle to be able to like lift other people up. Some people just don't get it because they're still taught like I have a window. It's only this time. So in this window, I just got to get in. So whoever else is trying to come up with me or whatever, they're in my way. So that's how you get that. So I'm not mad. I'm going to be honest. I'm not mad at what he said at all. And I'm not even going to necessarily say wrong messenger. Because y'all don't want to listen to y'all partner or the preacher or the youth leader or the community when they say that. We say like, oh, this person hating on me, blah, blah, blah. We know it exists. And then some people are so disillusioned because they're in a certain area where they feel like those issues don't touch them or they can't relate to them. ASAP Rocky or certainly like that.
No, he learned his lesson when he went to Europe and got jammed up. He learned his lesson.
Well, but it shouldn't, something like that shouldn't have to humble him.
No, sometimes you need a Negro wake-up call.
I'm not really mad at what he said, though. Like, I'm not mad. People in the comments was like, right message, wrong shooter or whatever. And I'm like, y'all, at the end of the day, he just said what it was. I don't care if he was blue. And so...
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna disagree on that. I'm gonna disagree on that.
Like, and that's fair. I see both sides.
No. The reason I'm disagreeing is, for me, going to private school with all kind of different cultures, a lot of white guys, them cats be hating on each other just as hard. We're just very vocal, and ours is just more visceral. When we go hard on somebody and we don't like somebody, like we like, man, you see his shoes? Look like he been walking through Damascus. We do extra like that.
We do.
But they do too, though. It's a cultural thing.
It is.
Like within our tribes, within our cultures, all the time. It's just that we're way more vocal and it's more animated. And it's probably more funny and it's more visceral and people get shot over it.
That's what I was going to say. But see, a lot of times, by the end of the school,
violence is tired.
Yeah, that's why I was like, there's a lot of violence there. I didn't like that he said, somebody might shoot me. That's the one part that I had a problem with. But outside of that,
I like Rubin in general. Yeah. I don't like his story though.
Oh, I don't know his story. See, I just
he tries to claim like, yo, I was this high school dropout. I was all this. his parents had bread and gave him money to start a ski company first. And then like they gave him money to start the hat thing. And then, yeah, he's a high school dropout and he's a mess up. But you got money and bread to fund your company and your endeavors. You didn't need college, my G. Your parents were already millionaires. And I'm not saying that he did not work hard. He did not. But there is a thing in this country, and maybe it's always been this way. And I've been trying to figure this out, of the idea that everybody got to get it from the mud. Nobody can be like, my mom's was no point already.
Let's stay here for a second.
And usually it's us as black people, though, but white people be on that shit too. So,
I think that because it's the pull yourself up out of bootstraps mentality that America has.
And I'm not saying somebody did not work hard and do it, but don't act. You can't compare your business to someone else's business starting a garage that didn't have nobody help. There's not. We ain't.
It's not like us. We're not the same. Just like when they were talking about like Kylie being self-made, like Kylie Jenner, and it was like, no, bitch, like you are a Jenner. Your dad is Bruce Jenner. Your mama is Kris Kardashian. It doesn't. No, like the two.
Your stepfather's O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, I was like, okay. So
I thought you were gonna say it first. I didn't know.
So, but ultimately, yeah, like, and I've been in situations where I probably missed a really good opportunity because the person I was dating really wanted to look out, but because I didn't want to seem greedy or like, like a gold digger or opportunist or whatever, because of that mentality, especially because from St. Louis, we have that really, really deep hustle mentality, getting it out the mud, where I missed that opportunity because I was like, no, it got to be like this because I have to have this to show or this to show, when it like understanding networking and, like people putting you sometimes like, opening the door for you in those rooms doesn't take anything away from you. And so, baby's in trouble.
Go ahead.
So, and I've talked to you about that, and I was like, if understanding the concept of help, you know what I mean? And so everything don't have to be struggle. Love can't exist in our relationship, in our lives without a struggle. This can't exist without a struggle. I'm over that. I'm done with that. I'm so done with that.
And my thing is that with Rubin, like, it's nothing wrong with him saying he came, and maybe it's nothing wrong with it. Like, I actually like his business. I like the format he's done, what he's done with it. But I think this is a thing of he got too comfortable being around black people to a certain extent, or being around these hip hop cats, that he think he could have this discussion. And this is actually a learning experience for him, hopefully, just because we cool with you. And even I remember I had this with one of my best friends from high school who was a white guy. Shout out to you, Phil, man. He's a district attorney now and everything. He used to hang out with us, go to Hazel Central parties, do everything. And it was like he did something, and it wasn't anything like disrespectful, but it was like, yo, like, you're too comfortable because we bring you around these different scenarios and places.
Yep.
That doesn't mean you have full access necessarily. Now, you can get people alone, and as you get cool with people, of course, the same thing with me. Like, I can't go into certain spaces and just automatically I get a green light just because of who I'm with. And I think he overstated his own buy-in into not just black community, but hip-hop culture. And I think he's now learning, like, yo, that is interpersonal relationships I have, not to those individuals, not to black culture or to hip-hop culture. And that's not his fault. He just had a learning experience with that.
Yeah. And it was probably, I'm not gonna say humbling, because like sometimes we use
it's not humbling. We
always use like really humbling, like,
and he apologized for it too afterwards. If somebody calls him, hey, you can't be on that.
Like, it was like, true what you were saying,
but you can't have that. That's not your conversation to be having. And regardless of being true, a white man sitting there saying that, like, how many Republicans and conservatives we see going out there saying, pull up your jeans and and blah 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 blah. But it isn't.
Hey y'all, if you like what you see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to hit that button right there. It'll take you to more clips, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast. See you back next time.